What's up, mamas? I'm Rebecca, and you're watching the Reseller Mom Show. Thanks for joining me today for a What Sold Fast video. This is going to include all of my sales from the past week, which was March 31st through April 6th, that sold in less than 2 weeks from being listed on eBay, Poshmark, and Mercari. Sorry, I keep making little tweaks and little changes, so I'm trying to make sure I get it all correct for you. I'm super excited because I really like doing these videos. It does help me kind of stay on track with what's happening from week to week. I never really did full reviews like this, so thank you so much for letting me do this important work for my business, and hopefully it does help you as well. I do a lot of reseller content that is what sold fast videos, haul videos, and then some reseller topics like deep dives into dealing with virtual assistants, bulk buys, storage units, and just whatever I may be working on at the time. If that sounds good to you, I would love for you to subscribe. If you haven't already, if you have already, thank you so much for subscribing. I had a little jump in subscribers this week, so I was really excited about that, and I appreciate everyone tuning in for each of the videos and watching. I do hope it's helpful for you. I'm putting a lot of work into it and trying to continue to make them better. So thank you so much for sticking with me. If you've been a subscriber since, the last 2 months, the beginning. Also, this channel is all about getting more done, making more money, and staying sane while raising kids and reselling online. And I think going through what sold fast for you and knowing your numbers and kind of doing this review is really helpful so that you can save time in your sourcing, being efficient with your price drops, and just doing whatever you can to make sure that your money is moving through and that you're having good turnover and good sell-through. So I've really been focusing on that, and these videos are a huge part of it. So let's go ahead and dive in. Okay, so just kind of why does that look like that? Hold on, bear with me. Why is it just the picture? Well, I don't know what happened with this one, but okay, here we go. Sorry. View purchased item. I don't know what happened there. I must have clicked on something. So these are going to include eBay, Poshmark, and Mercari. I had fast sales within 2 weeks on all 3 platforms, so that was awesome. With eBay, if it's a first class item, I do free shipping. If it's Mercari, most of the time I'm doing free shipping through their system. Every once in a while, if I'm able to do a change, I will do free shipping, but where I'm doing it myself, so I get a little bit of the cheaper rate through PayPal, and that just kind of helps keep a little bit more to profit for me. With Poshmark, obviously we know that I don't have to worry about shipping, so that's kind of the overall on that. And then we'll dive right in. So the first sale that took exactly 2 weeks to sell is this James Purse hoodie, sweatshirt, full zipper, pockets in black, and I don't know what that 3 is for. But that took exactly 2 weeks to sell. I took a best offer for $17. I would have liked a little bit more on this, but again, I'm just all about doing, fast sales, getting something back, turning things over quickly, and trying to really build up what the sell-through rate is and how quickly it can be. So I'm really trying to experiment with this. And so there's some brands that I would like to get a little bit more, and I do hold out for. And then there's some brands that I'm like, listen, let me just keep it moving, especially things that are like winter type items. I've gotten stuck with a lot of stuff in the past. So I feel like if it's a winter item and I can get something for it and it's still an okay profit, even though it's not as much as I'd like to get, I'm going to flip it because I could take that money and put it into something else that is more seasonal. So I'm trying a lot of different things, trying to pay attention to a lot of different things. And so if you're seeing some interesting stuff that maybe you wouldn't personally do, or a lower price than you would personally take, these are some of the reasons why. Also, every day is different, and some days you have a slow sales day, and so you want to take any sale that you can get and take any offer that you can get to continue to trigger more, and so sometimes that happens too. So just keep that in mind. Moving on to the next sale, this is just a t-shirt that I think came in one of my ThredUp bulk boxes, if I'm not mistaken, because I did an extra large lot, and so this is just a new with tags, kind of graphic tee. And it says, all the paths you'll take in life, make sure a few are dirt, which is not a thing that I live by. So I definitely did not keep that item and sold it. This was on a 10% off sale. It was $8.50 that it worked out to be. And I just took it and flipped it and that was with free shipping. It was terrible, but I thought at this point, either I'm going to donate it or I'm going to clearance it out. So I might as well just take this. So that was not a great sale, but it did sell within 2 weeks and freed up some money and some space. This was a nice one. Maxine, one-piece swimsuit, and that was a size 14. Been loving the one-piece swimsuits. Anything really plus size on swimsuit is doing well for me, and I continue to pick up. I don't really pick up a used smaller swimsuit. I only really pick up pre-owned plus size swimsuits, and so that would be for me 14 and up. I love throwing them on Amy, even though sometimes she's kind of a pain in the neck team member to work with. Amy is my hanging up mannequin here that I got for $6, and while I love her, she drives me nuts. So that sold for an offer of $21 on eBay, and that was also in 2 weeks even time frame. This is just a swimwear beach cover up, and that I got at the bins, and it was, super cheap and lightweight. So I took a best offer on that for $14. Again, that's including free shipping, and that sold in 13 days on eBay. This is a new with tags Adidas, just little workout shorts, size extra small, took an offer for $15. This was part of a reseller box that I got from Chris Lynn, Daily Refinement, formerly 10K on the Bay. He had put out a thing on Instagram that he had some boxes to go out, and I jumped on that super early in the morning. He sent it really quick, and it was a pretty good box, and I've already sold a handful of things from it, not everything yet, but a handful of things, and I've made okay profit. So definitely worth doing. And that was in 12 days, a Poshmark sale, sold for $15. Next up are these Talbots Flawless 5-pocket boyfriend Bermuda shorts in white. They were a size 8. They were on sale for 10%, but we did go back and forth and settled on an offer of $15. With free shipping on that, I'm pretty sure. Some of these, I think, did have charging for shipping because they were not first class, but I don't think that was it. And that sold in 12 days on eBay. This is a limited dress pants, and that was a size 2, and I sold those for $14, best offer on eBay in 11 days. And that was really good. I haven't quite figured out the dress pants situation yet. I really like career items. I find career items all the time in great condition, decent brands, all in good condition. I want to sell them, but I just feel like sometimes it's so hard and I haven't quite figured out what I'm missing. I have a little bit of trouble with keywords between my photographer and my virtual assistant putting in things like this, trousers. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I usually go back in and revise them to say dress pants or career or work. I have to do more research on this. Like I said, I really would like to have a good, contingent of my closet, of my store in career items that are affordable with decent brands that people wear all the time. And I just can't seem to get it right. So I feel like this was great sell-through, but it's not typical of what I usually find. Usually I sit on dress pants for a long time, and it drives me nuts. If you have any luck with dress pants, or you have any good keywords or any good tips on sell-through and you want to drop them in the comments below, I would love your magic, or always feel free to DM me if you don't want to share with everyone, but you just want to give me a little tip. I would love that. I really do want to get into kind of more community sharing for us reselling moms, and I haven't quite figured out a way to do that, but hopefully either in the video comments or on Instagram, we can just continue to share information that works for us, because we're also limited on time being reselling moms, and it would be great to kind of help each other get those extra little edges where we can, that will help us make more money and get more done. So that's enough on that. Sorry. Next one is a Torrid blazer, and this sold on Poshmark for $15, and this sold in 11 days. And Torrid's one of those things. I have had good luck with blazers. Again, I wasn't going to hold out for a ton more. It's fine to do a quick flip. It's a black item, and the pictures don't always come out so great, and so I was just like, let's keep it moving. I'm still sitting on some Torrid stuff, but I actually sold a couple Torrid things in the last few weeks. Some were less than 2 weeks, some weren't. And so Torrid is still something that I'll pick up. I still like Torrid. Okay. Jag women's swim shorts. These were size extra large, just simple black ones. They sold for full price, but they were on sale 10% off for $17.10 on eBay with free shipping. And those sold in 8 days. So just a little over a week. This was a Mercari sale. And so I have all my boutique items up on Mercari. I have all new listings going forward from when I started. So maybe it's been about 2 or 3 full weeks. So everything new is getting put on Mercari, but I haven't been doing old items coming onto Mercari. So most everything with Mercari, unless it's starting to sit when it sells, is going to probably sell pretty quickly because it's a newer item. So I'll figure out a strategy later on of how I want to move forward with Mercari in terms of listing older items. But for right now, we're just doing anything that's a new listing is getting put on all 3 platforms. And so that's why things seem to be selling more quickly on Mercari. So this was a Lane Bryant cardigan, size 14-16. Took a best offer for $15. This did include free shipping. And it was, I can't remember if this one I think this one was through their shipping system. So it probably cost $5.25. So I didn't make a ton of money on that, but again, a quick flip. And again, you know, something that's like a sweater I don't necessarily want to sit on. So that was fine with me. And I also want to continue to be a little bit more lenient in Mercari and kind of building up my sales and reviews. It's been going well, but I want to kind of get, you know, over 50 sales, over 100 sales, and just kind of build up that history of reviews so that people maybe feel a little more trust. And did I say that sold? Oh, sorry, that sold. The Lane Bryant cardigan on Mercari sold in 3 days. Next up, our Guess men's jeans, size 34. Took an offer on Poshmark for them for $20. Those sold in 2 days. That was good. Under Armour leggings on Mercari. These were listed for $18. She did an offer for $15. I accepted that. This one I was able, because she did an offer. I have all my Mercari listings set up for free shipping through the Mercari system. But if someone sends you an offer, you can go in and edit the listing to ship to your own, ship by your own, ship on your own, whatever. And that way, if you have, you know, can go through PayPal, you can get a discounted rate if it's something that's lighter. So that's what I did. So I changed it to ship on your own and then accepted the offer. So when the sale went through, it didn't go through under the Mercari shipping label, it went through under my own shipping label that I had to create in PayPal. And for right now, since I don't have a lot of Mercari sales, I'm fine with doing a few manually like that. It is kind of time consuming, a little bit of a pain in the neck. But the good news is that if you do it on your own through the PayPal shipping system, not only do you get a little bit cheaper, but you can print it on your Dymo 4XL if you have one. Whereas I haven't figured out, unless you know a way, to do it through Mercari's shipping system. Those I just print out on my regular printer. I haven't figured out a way to set it up to do it in the Dymo yet. So it's kind of 6 and 1/2 dozen the other as far as the time thing. But right now, again, just being a little bit more lenient on certain things to keep the sales going and to build up Mercari. So took the offer, $15, only had to pay like $3 something in shipping. So that was really good. Not too bad at all because there's less fees on Mercari, and those sold in 2 days. This one was awesome, and I kind of wished I had priced it a little bit higher. Mama maternity overalls, a little bit distressed, size 8. And so I did not check comps on this. I still have not checked comps on this. I just priced it at $24. I have kind of okay luck with maternity items and not so much lately. So I just priced it at $24, and lo and behold, they were bought overnight for full price in a day. So I listed them and they sold that evening while I was sleeping and woke up to that sale. So that was awesome. That was my fastest flip this week. And, you know, like I said, Sometimes you go back and you're like, I wish I had priced a little higher, but at the same time, I'm happy to get the quick sale and I'm happy to save the time on not researching comps for everything. In the future, I'd like to spend a lot more time on researching pricing, but right now I just can't spend the time doing it. So those are all the sales. Now let's get to kind of the numbers of where we are for this week. So from March 31st to April 6th on Poshmark, I sold 40 items for a total of $603 in sales, which really, it's a couple more items than last week and a little bit less in sales than last week. So overall, just a slight change on that. For eBay, I sold 41 items for $694 in sales. Overall, eBay, I think I was a couple $100 down in sales, so that was unfortunate. On Mercari, I sold 5 items, which was the same amount of items as I sold last week for basically the same amount in sales. So I thought that was pretty good as well. So for a total, 86 items sold, $1,400 in sales. Yes, and an average sales price of $16.28, which is down from last week, but up from prior weeks. So there's that. This week I had a lot of technical difficulties with my spreadsheets. I thought I deleted half of my spreadsheet and had a major panic between myself and the virtual assistant. So I did not track all of these numbers, but I can tell you that I did 13 items this week that sold in less than 2 weeks from being listed. However, due to the difficulties, I did not figure out the next 2 measurements, which is ones that sold in a month and ones that sold in 2 months. Those are things that I'm interested in tracking because I feel like if something sells within 2 months, that's still a pretty good sell-through rate. But just for, the headlines of things of selling less than 2 weeks, those are the ones I'm really focused on for these videos and showing you the details of. And just for, also the sake of things, I have been tracking my boutique items and the sales on that. I have a lot of summer themed boutique items, and I've made only a few large wholesale purchases. And so I'm really trying to get a feel for that because I really love the idea of boutique items on Poshmark. And I do have them cross-listed to eBay. I just call them boutique items because that's how you classify them on Poshmark. But basically, I had someone ask me this on Instagram. Basically, it's a wholesale item that you buy directly from the distributor in some way. And so it's never been sold in a store. So you're buying it as the person to sell it. And so they're all brand new items. And you become, the distributing, arm for it from a wholesale perspective. And so I do have a bunch of different kinds of those, and I'm just kind of getting my feet wet because I love the idea of doing the work once, taking your photos, getting any stock photos, setting up a listing format, putting it up there once, and then selling it multiple times in varying sizes. So I am interested in moving more into this space. It's just harder because you really need some serious cash flow to make this happen. And that's why my individual profit, I haven't really talked about this yet, but since 2019 started, I've been making more of a focus on buying boutique items or buying in bulk. And so those prices are more expensive than going to the bins. And while that's great because it is giving me some time back, I'm able to source things online and have them delivered to the house. I'm able to not drive back and forth to the bins as many times. I am paying more per item. And so it does all shake out in the end. But because I've been putting so much into inventory at such a higher price than I'm used to, I haven't been making a ton of money. And so I've also been investing in a lot more supplies. I bought more shelves. I had to do a lot with taxes and accounting and paperwork and things like that. So there's just been a lot of investments lately that have eaten into my take-home profits, the money that I take out of the business. And while they're all good, I'm just getting really antsy and hoping that they start to pay off soon because I need some money in my bank account. So sorry for the ramble, but maybe you're feeling the pain on this, or maybe you're interested in boutique items. I'd like to do some more information on that in the future. So if you are interested in learning more about wholesale and boutique items and things like that, drop it in the comments below. Let me know what your questions are so I can address them as I'm learning. And as always, thank you so much for joining me and helping kind of create this community of reselling moms here at the Reseller Mom Show, where we're all looking to get more done, make more money, and stay sane while raising kids and reselling online. Remember, Mama's Boss Best, and I will see you next time. Take care.